Hello, everybody. How goes it? My name is George Connelly, and welcome back to episode 3, season 2 of the George Connelly podcast. I'm doing yet another themed podcast today, and this is something that I don't talk about too often, but it's something that I thought I'd do a podcast on, and it's my 10 favorite songs as of this recording, which is April of 2016. I have 10 different songs here that I'm going to say what number they are, who it's by, what the title is, and then I'm going to play a little 10-second snippet of it. And I'm just going to go through all of them. I have a very varied taste in music. It's really just all over the place. It's not like all rap. There's no rap on this. I don't listen to rap music at all. But it's definitely varied throughout everything. So I'm just going to start off right now with number 10. This song is called 100 Years by Five for Fighting. Yeah, that's a song that I grew up listening to. It was on the radio quite often. I know that the volume is different between these two, but you can just turn up the volume. I'll speak a little bit softer. But Five for Fighting, he has a very good falsetto, I'm pretty sure that's called. I'm not trying to sound musically inclined because I'm not, but I'm pretty sure that's what you call a higher register voice. I really like his voice a lot, and that's a very good song. I suggest you listen to it in full. That's one of the newer songs here. I don't know what year it came out, but that's a good song. So number 9 is a pretty popular song called Mr. Brightside, and this is by The Killers. Um, that's more of like an up tempo rock song. That's another one of the modern songs. I think I have maybe 2 or 3 total relatively modern songs. By relatively, I mean like from 2000 to now. Um, I kind of like the tempo of that song. It's a pretty good song. It's number 9 on the list. Time for number 8. This is kicking it back. Definitely older. This is either in the late 70s or the 80s. I'm not sure. It's called Alone by Heart. It's a very popular song. All right, so that is one of the many 80s songs that I like. 80s music is definitely one of my favorite time periods of music. It's not my favorite, and I'll talk about that. You can hear those songs later on that are my favorite time period of music. But I really like 80s music. I got into 80s music when I was like 11 or 10, and I listened to all kinds of different 80s musics. I was always into Rick Astley, who actually just launched a new song called "Keep Singing." It's actually a pretty good song. I like it. I had to look it up. It's on the YouTubes. But that was number 8. This is another 80s song or 90s song maybe. But it's by a very popular song, Journey, who you know for "Don't Stop Believing." But this is another one of their songs called "Faithfully." All right, that's Journey, who has a lot of very good songs. I think they're touring, or they have been touring there, but Steve Perry, the lead singer, I think has mental issues, so they have an impersonator of him. to do the singing. He's very good. I love Journey. I like Steve Perry's voice a lot. He actually has my favorite part in "We Are the World" for Africa, which was another great song. I don't have it on here, but it's definitely up there and one of my favorite songs. This is the last, not the last, but it's one of the last more modern songs. This is Green Day. I don't know why I like this song so much, but I really do. I don't like any of Green Day's songs other than this one, but this is Boulevard of Broken Dreams. I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's only me and I walk alone. Bow wow, bow wow. Oops. Yeah, so that's Boulevard of Broken Dreams. I'm not sure why I have such a keenness with that song, but it's a good song. I like it. I like it a lot. So that's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. That's 6. We're now in our top 5. This is where we're going to get into older music. This is Elvis. And although Elvis was a singer in my favorite time period of music, the 50s and the 60s, I don't like many of his songs. I like 3 of his songs in particular. All Shook Up, I Want You, I Need You, I Love You, or I Want You, I Need You. Yeah, that's how it goes. And this one, which is Can't Help Falling in Love with You. Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? So that's my favorite of Elvis's songs, of the 3 that I like. I don't like his other rock kind of songs. I'm not exactly sure why. I just don't fancy them in particular. Um, that's more of like a slow ballad song, which is quite similar to Faithfully, the Journey song that I played you earlier. I definitely like those kind of songs when sung by the right vocalist. That was number 5. This one is the last modern song, and it's actually the only country song on this list. I listen to country. Usually, it's on in whatever family car I'm driving in. So I listen to it then, and I feel like country's kind of going in the wrong direction with like Florida Georgia Line. I like Cruise. That's a pretty good song, but I feel like it's too rocky now. I just like this kind of country, which is by Eric Church. This is called Give Me Back My Hometown. This is my hometown. So that's one of Eric Church's songs that I like the most. I really like Eric Church. He's probably my favorite country artist right now. He's a really interesting guy. He has a lot of different voices. Well, I mean, not like impersonations, but his voice ranges quite a bit from song to song, and the tone of his singing is sometimes really dark or it's sometimes really upbeat. And he always has a different beard for his album covers. That's a fun fact. So that was number 4. Now we're in the top 3, and these are all older. 2 of them are from really long ago. I don't know when this one came out. Let's see if it says it. 1972. So this one's pretty old too. This is Neil Young, Old Man. Again, I guess that kind of falls under the realm of a country song. I don't know why my mentality leads me towards this, but I don't really think of that as a country song. Again, not entirely sure as to why, but I really like Neil Young's voice. He's still alive. Obviously his voice does not sound as good as it did during the recordings of that song in the late 60s and the early 70s. These next 2 songs are from quite a while ago. This one is from 1958. It's by one of my favorite 50s artists, Bobby Darin. He sings Beyond the Sea, Somewhere Beyond the Sea, which is one of the most popular 50 songs. That's up there with a lot of Sinatra's songs. And he kind of sounds like Sinatra in some of his recordings, but this one is called Dream Lover. Know the magic of her charms, 'cause I want girl to call my own. I want a dream lover, so I don't have to dream alone. All right, I like the tone of a lot of his music. That's my favorite song because it's very catchy, and I don't know the words to it too well, which is a problem because it's always stuck in my head, which is very frustrating for me. This is my number one song. Came out in 1961. It's also by my favorite artist. His name is Dion. Dion. His last name is DiMucci. He's still alive today, and he put out a lot of really popular songs during the 50s and 60s. In the late 50s, he was in a band, um, and they were called Dion and the Belmonts. It was him and three other guys. Occasionally it would be four, because there was one member who kind of was on the fence. But then Dion left Dion and the Belmonts to record some singles, and this is one of them, and it's probably his most popular song. But they also have a ton of other songs, like I don't want to name them all, but just to name a few: I Wonder Why, The Wanderer, A Teenager in Love, all that good stuff. But this is my favorite song. You've probably heard it, you just couldn't put a name and a title to it, but it's called Runaround Sue. So that's my right now, and it has been for quite some time. That's been my favorite song. If I were you, I would look up Dion Runaround Sue in YouTube and click on the first video that comes up, because it's a video recording of him performing the song live, which you don't get with a lot of these 60s and the 50s songs. But Dion is a very good he's a very, very good performer, and also it's cool to see the venues that they were in that time. It's kind of like this closed-in theater with a bunch of people, and people are like smoking cigarettes in the theater, which I find pretty funny because I was obviously accepted at the time. But those are my top 10 favorite songs as of now. I'm assuming in a couple of years I will find new songs and I will like those. So perhaps if this podcast goes on in like season 20 or something, I'll be sure to make another one of these podcasts where I talk about my music and what I like, what I might not be liking. I haven't really talked about what I don't like. I don't really dislike any music. I just don't prefer types of music. Like, I don't prefer a lot of the Taylor Swift popular songs. I don't prefer rap. I mean, I'll listen to it, but only if it's playing wherever I am. But that is a little bit about my music taste. A lot of people say, like, go at my Spotify, but I don't use Spotify to listen to music. I actually just have YouTube playlists, and if you want to see my YouTube playlist, just comment down below. My YouTube playlist is all 50 songs, so it's a very specific taste in music. But thank you very much for listening to this podcast. New video on Monday. I don't know what it is yet, but I bet it's going to be a lot of fun. And I will see you guys then. And after that, tune in to my next podcast, which I don't know what it's going to be about, but I bet it will also be a lot of fun. Comment down below any feedback or ideas for another podcast you might have, and I will see you next time. Alrighty, bye.